here. Where is that Bianca Maxwell? There she is. So thank you all for your patience. Let me get a seat because I'm a little high. So let's see. We have Swidham Crystal Poitier. Wonderful. And who else is on here? Pamela, Lynn Johnson, Stevens, Shoshan, Sylvetta. So I'm so excited about this particular live broadcast. This is someone who I admire so much and is so beautiful and is so admirable and doing so much in the world. Let me grab a chair and let's get started. All right. So for those of you that have been following this daily stream series, I've been connecting with all of my friends who I feel are masters of movement, people who integrate movement into their lifestyle, because I saw that for me, that is a missing. And so I'm just trying to get inspired and figured I would inspire you all too. So my guest today is Bianca Maxwell of BeMade.com. Let me put her website. She has a really, really beautiful website, Bianca Maxwell at BeMadeWell.com. So how you doing?
I'm great. We have a snow day over in Boston, so luckily I'm at home.
So they foresaw snow, so you had a snow day.
Yeah, it's our fourth nor'easter on the East Coast.
Whoa. Well, someone should tell them it's Easter. Easter like officially started, so. Well, anyway, so tell me about, so you're a Globe-Trotter. Tell us all of the places in the world that you have been to.
Oh boy. So my very first international trip was to Bermuda about 3 years ago. And then since then, I've gone to Bali, Hong Kong. I went solo to London, Dublin, Paris, Venice, Rome, Marrakesh, which was amazing. I went to Portugal. I've been to a lot of places.
Amazing. What's been your favorite?
I love Marrakesh. I think that's the one place where everyone told me, be careful as a solo female traveler. But when I got there, it really was the environment of feeling accepted into a community and taken care of. Everyone on the street said hi to each other, very polite, made sure I knew where I was going. In Marrakesh, you don't have any phone service. So if you got lost, they were happy to walk you where you need to go. Even the cat calls out there were really polite. They gave me compliments like, "You're really beautiful." So there wasn't any, American kind of cat calls. I think that's my favorite place in the world so far. I'm spending 2 weeks in Peru in about 6 weeks. So I'm really excited about that, since we're going to be focusing a lot on the Peruvian culture, but then also the history of the Incas and lots of hiking.
Wow. Speaking of hiking, how do you keep it together when you're traveling? Because traveling is pretty stressful. Catching flights and stressful. How do you stay fit? What is your regimen when you're traveling?
One thing I do every day, not even just when I'm traveling, is I try to drink 2 liters of water. This helps when you're on long flights with swelling, but also with your skin and making sure your body's properly hydrated. So my first rule of thumb is always drinking 2 liters of water every single day. And then if you have a cup of coffee, I add another ½ liter to that, just because coffee can dehydrate you. So I actually don't drink a lot of coffee. I had a really bad stint in Germany where I had maybe 5 espressos every day for a week. And at that point, I was just breathing coffee. So I haven't had coffee in maybe 5 months after that. So I don't drink coffee. It's not great for you. So I do the water. I also take vitamins. And I got vitamins, really great vitamins for this brand called Ritual. And everything about the brand's really great because they make sure it's the ingredients are whole. And there's no silicones, there's no real plastics or chemicals in it. And it was created by a woman who's looking for vitamins for herself, and she was pregnant and she wanted holistic vitamins and there wasn't any on the market. So she made some. So I used to take a multi-pack and now I just take 2 a day and they're fantastic. Lots of sunscreen because you got to protect your skin. And then even when you're taking long flights, getting up, stretching, staying active helps before your flight and after you get off, and, getting the 5, 6, 7 hours of sleep you need every night.
So what's your movement regimen? Like, what is it when you're in town and when you're traveling? Like, how do you stay fit?
So I'm really lucky that I get to work at Reebok. So it makes it really easy for me to get up during the workday and go work out. But some of the workouts that I do even before I joined the company was that I was boxing every other day. So I box and I kickbox, and I spar. So that's a great way to stay active. It's full body cardio, and it's a great way to relieve stress. I've picked up doing spin and light body pump, which is light weightlifting, and I also do CrossFit. So a lot of very hard movements, but it's really great. So boxing, CrossFit, spin, and some body pump.
So do you switch off like week to week, or do you kind of switch off like, one day I'll do this, one day, like how do you organize those things?
I kind of listen to my body. If I'm feeling really stressed out that week, I go to boxing because you need it. But you got to put that energy somewhere. If I'm feeling really stiff and sore, I'll go to yoga. I go to yoga maybe once or twice a week. If I do yoga, I will go do spin if I'm feeling a little fluffy after really indulging yourself. So I'll go to spin class. And that actually really helps. We have some really great instructors, and you get a hard sweat. So I really just listen to my body and try and figure out what it needs. If my body's like, I need some stretching, if I need some weights, I'll just give it what it needs.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I love the spinning. The music really keeps me going. Like the music really keeps me.
And there's this new version of spinning. It's called rhythmic spinning, where you add dance movements into it, which is really great because, I used to dance and I don't do it anymore. So going into spin class and be able to dance on the bike is really great. And I was speaking to the spin instructor. She's like, those movements aren't just for fun. They actually tone your arms and your abs and your butt. So there's a reason we're doing that. I'm like, that's even better.
Right.
So it's great. Yeah. Spin is a new find for me, and I'm really loving it.
Oh, really? Yeah, I've done spinning for a while, but I went to a spinning class Monday, and like he had us like doing this and dipping down, and like we were dancing on the bike, and I loved it. So yeah. So okay, so what about when you're traveling to Marrakesh, Portugal, Paris?
Mm-hmm.
How do you work out when you're out of town, and do you even feel motivated?
Well, so I actually, when I go travel, I don't have to work out because I'm walking everywhere. So that's one thing about me, is that I will take public transit when I'm in another country, and I will walk to the locations. I won't Uber. I won't take a taxi if I don't have to. So you get your steps in. And when I was in Barcelona a couple weeks ago, we had clocked in 11 miles in a day, and all uphill, downhill, flat land. So that is part of the workout, is actually walking around. And then I also noticed that the food quality in other countries is very different from America, because we don't regulate the products that the companies put in our foods. So when I'm home, I make most of my meals. I don't really eat out a lot. I eat salads, I eat lean meats, I eat whole grains, because I know what's going into my food. But when I go abroad, I feel more comfortable eating out, because they highly regulate, what's going on with your milk, what's going on with your meats. Right. And every time I go abroad, I end up losing weight because the food quality is better, but also I'm walking 11 miles a day, or, I'm on my feet all day. I'm not really sitting down.
Right. Yeah, I've heard that before. So what has been your rock bottom? Have you ever been in a physical spot where you just feel like lazy, you're eating stuff you don't need to be eating? Have you ever been there? You're not moving, eating garbage. Can you relate?
Yeah, when I was living in New York, I went through a depressive stage where, a little bit of seasonal depression rolled into real depression. And within that amount of time, I had gained about 25 pounds. Wow. And then a little bit more. So I went from being 135 to being almost 170 pounds, which, doesn't sound a lot to someone else. Yeah. But for me, that was almost an additional 40 pounds of weight that my body wasn't used to holding.
Yeah.
So I had to get up and like figure out like how do I motivate myself to lose this weight. And you know, I'll never get back to 135 pounds, but I think the closest I've been was about like right under 150. And the way that I kind of got myself there was actually not in the best way. I went and saw a nutritionist, and he put me on this medical food plan, and that had helped me lose a lot of weight. But then it also gave me a binge eating disorder because I lost all the weight, and I was like, okay, great. Every day, super strict. And then you get into a really bad mood or you have a really bad day, you just eat a lot of food.
Yeah.
So I'm even on this journey now of really learning how to feed myself real food every single day that works for my body. So, and to do that, you know, you have to stop eating all the junk so your body can cleanse it out and detox, and you can figure out exactly what your body needs and how it responds to different foods. So, you know, I'm not lactose intolerant and I'm not gluten intolerant, but I know how I feel when I eat those things and I don't feel good.
Right.
So I only do almond milks. I don't eat gluten, and that's just because I know my body doesn't react very well to it. And I try not to eat that many meat.
I have a little bit of interruption in the connection. Hopefully we didn't lose her. You there, Bianca? I wonder if it's on my end. Oh, there you are.
Oh, did I drop?
You dropped out for a minute. Yeah.
Did you get everything?
I think that I got the last thing you were just talking about, learning how to really tune into. Oh, you're talking about the gluten intolerance and
right.
The not being lactose intolerant. Like you just listen to your body.
Yeah, and the great thing is that, and I always encourage everyone this whenever they're talking about having to lose weight or, you know, they want to do a big change is, you know, go on a detox for 3 weeks. Like, you got to do a detox and then slowly start introducing your body to the foods that you like, and then listen to it. And if your body's not reacting a certain way, then, you know you shouldn't be eating that. So like for me, I know that I have a really, really bad bloating problem, which is called IBS. And that's triggered from eating gluten, and that's triggered from eating milk. But it's also triggered from eating a lot of sugar for me. So when I eat sugar now, whenever I go to Amsterdam, I stock up on all of these candy bars that I love there because they're made out of real sugar and not corn syrup.
Yeah.
And I slowly eat the stack of candy bars because I know I can satisfy my sweet tooth with this because it's made with real sugar.
Yeah.
And not corn syrup. And my body, I won't feel bloated the next day. So it's like really understanding, you know, what food are you putting in your body? How is it made? But then also what does your body need and what does it like?
Yeah. Well, I think the thing I love most about what you shared is that you listen to your body. And in order to listen to your body, you have to like have a relationship and be present. So I love that you said that about your fitness choices as well as how you eat. So I'm going to ask you, so what would be your advice to someone who is just on the couch, like they're completely sedentary, they're eating a lot of garbage? Like, what would be your first step to getting back into that flow? Uh-oh, is she frozen again? She's frozen again. At least she wasn't making a weird facial expression. All right, she'll be back. So while she's coming back, oh, there you are.
Yeah, it may be my Wi-Fi because we have the storm. Sorry.
No worries. Well, I was just asking, I want you to give someone who's like couch bound, eating garbage, that's just like doesn't have energy, like, how would you get back on? Like, because it really is like, it takes something to like get out of that into moving again. So yeah. What would you, there's Fantasela, winning. And then Lynn said, hold on, Lynn Johnson said, you guys look related. Yeah, this is my firstborn daughter. That's my baby. All right. So what does someone do to get off the couch and get moving?
So I think if someone is really they're couch bound and they're not really, they've never worked out before and they've never really had a healthy lifestyle, I think the very first thing to do is start drinking water, which is one of the things that a lot of people don't like to do. People don't like to drink water. And that's actually one of the easiest things that you can start implementing. So drinking water and cutting down your caffeine intake. So swap.
Oh, there she goes. That's a nice expression, though, to be frozen into. Come on, snowstorm. Come on. Come on. All right. Well, in the meantime, while we're waiting for her to come back, there she is. Okay. You're back. Can you see us?
Oh, there you go. You keep freezing, so I don't know if I'm freezing or if you're freezing.
Oh, well, I closed out my program, so well, let's just get through this and finish. We're almost done. So, so you were saying they should get on water and cut out the caffeine. Anything else to get off the couch and like get moving? Am I frozen? Here, let's go to the chat. Let's go to the chat. Can you hear me, sweetie? Am I moving? Oh, okay, there you are.
Oh, there you are.
Okay, great.
Okay.
All right. I was saying, so you gave people two things to do to blast themselves off the couch, get moving. You said water and cut down or out caffeine.
Cut down your caffeine. It may be hard to ask to tell someone to stop drinking caffeine, so just cut down on it. If you're having multiple glasses a day, try to just, get yourself down to 2 and then just get down to 1 in the morning. If you're feeling tired, you may just be really dehydrated. I noticed that once I started chugging water, like drinking 2 liters a day, it was my pick-me-up. And there's science behind that is that, when your cells are dehydrated, they have to work twice as hard to do the same amount of work that a hydrated cell would do. So if you're feeling sluggish, go chug some water. Your cells are struggling.
It's liquid air.
Right. So, so water and caffeine. And then for the actual movement, just start walking. If you can set a goal of hitting a distance, you're going to do every day this week, you're going to do 1 mile. And the next week you do 2 miles and just start building that up. Just walk. That is an additional mile you wouldn't have walked that day. Same amount of distance as someone that's going to sprint it. So same amount of calories that you're going to burn. You're just doing it low impact and it's taking a little bit longer. But that's an easy way to do is just water, cut your caffeine, and take some walks.
All right. So I was going to ask you to give our viewers a challenge for the next 3 days. Would that be the challenge?
Yeah, I actually would challenge everyone to, drink 1 liter of water every day for the first week. Drink 2 liters of water every day for the second week. And then the third week, start your walking regimen. That way you're hydrated, you're ready to go. And if you can, try to cut down on caffeine.
Okay, done. Who's in? Let me know if you're in. And, I accept your challenge. I accept your challenge. So anything else that you want to add? I appreciate you taking your time today. I know you're so busy. And it's definitely a treat to have my daughter on as one of the masters of movement. And for those of you that are watching, really go check out her website and her Instagram. It's absolutely beautiful, so inspiring. And she has a beautiful, beautiful Instagram. And you can follow her when she's traveling. So anything else you want to add before we sign out?
No, I think, you know, those are some really easy, basic things to cover. You know, if you do start looking into dieting, steer away from programs that are telling you to do meal replacements. Right. It's not sustainable for you in the long run, so don't even start it.
Yeah. Yeah. You need real whole food.
Yeah.
Real whole food. All right. There's Bianca's. There is her website. Do you like Duran Duran?
Duran Duran?
Yeah.
I'm sure you played it for us when we were little, so I'll recognize it once you play it.
Somehow, like when I was like, for every guest, I have a song that we come in with and we go out with. And somehow I was thinking about this song for you. Do you remember that? All right, she's not feeling it. So let's go back to your song that you requested. So I've requested everybody to get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, and move. So with our guests, we like to have them to move as they are leaving. Here's your song. She's feeling this one. Hey. All right, thank you, my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Sylvetta said she's into your challenge.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Your skin will thank you.
Yes, your skin looks gorgeous. You look absolutely stunning.
Thank you. I have been drinking lots and lots of water.
Proud of you. When people ask me about you, I always say, she would have been the girl that I looked up to in high school. Yeah, so.
Thanks, Mom.
Love you, baby. Thank you for your time.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you all. And get up, get up, get up, get up.